Shakeima Cabbagestalk 10 was last seen in July of 1993 when she left her South Carolina home with her stepfather and her little brother to go to the local grocery store. Shakeima's stepfather claims that he left both Shakeima and her little brother in the store parking lot, and Shakeima vanished, never to be seen again. Her case remains unsolved. On July 22, 1993, Shakeima and her 7-year-old brother and stepfather, Sam Harmon, left their Dillon home and headed to the local grocery store on South First Avenue. We don't know what happened at the grocery store or why Shakeima and her 7-year-old brother were left in the parking lot, but Harmon told investigators that he left both Shakeima and the 7-year-old boy in the parking lot, and that's when Shakeima vanished. Surely Harmon, Shakeima's mother, would be the one who would report her missing, but I don't know if this is when Sam returned home without Shakeima or later. Those are details I have not been able to find in the archives. Investigators in almost every single article I find list Sam as the last person to see her. However, I did find an article in the archives in the Florence Morning News, August 4th, 1993, where they interviewed two of Shakeima's cousins, Dave Bellin, 12, and Craig McCall, 9. They told news reporters that they were at the grocery store on the same afternoon that Shakeima vanished, and they saw two cars parked across the street from the grocery store. One was a black car, and the other had a North Carolina license tag. Dave says he saw Shakeima get into one of those cars with two brown skinny guys. Both boys say that they had never seen the car with the North Carolina plates at the store before. Both boys also gave the same statement to policemen and firemen and told the reporter that they missed their cousin and they hoped that she was okay. Shakeima's case wouldn't get much traction or leads. Shakeima's mother, Shirley, would eventually try speaking to a psychic in 1993 who told her daughter was within 20 miles of Dillon, but the Dillon Police Department told her there were no leads pointing in any direction. During their investigation, investigators learned that in 1992, Shakeima had accused her stepfather of touching her inappropriately. This was reported to social services, which investigated her claims, but because her story changed several times when they spoke to her, and they had no physical evidence to support her claims at the time, there was no charges filed against Sam. In August of 2005, 12 years after Shakeima's disappearance, investigators arrested and charged Sam with murder, 2 counts of kidnapping, criminal sexual contact with a minor in connection to Shakeima's case. Several of Shakeima's relatives would testify at Sam's trial. Her uncle would say that about 2 weeks before Shakeima disappeared, Sam was talking to him about ways of disposing of a dead body. Prosecutors also theorized that Shakeima's allegations against Sam in 1992 gave him a motive to kill her. Prosecutors told the court that Shakeima was very close to her brother and grandmother and would have contacted them if she was able to. Since there was no physical evidence to indicate that Shakeima is deceased and Sam maintained his innocence throughout the trial, he was acquitted of her murder, but he was convicted of kidnapping and sentenced to 12 years in prison with credit for 3 years served. Several of Shakeima's relatives believed